Hello and welcome to the Mad Leprechaun. My name is Mert Walsh. We're back at the Farmhouse Inn for another modern day classic. This is one you will not want to miss. It's a very, very special bike. It's a Suzuki RG500 Gamma. Interested? Stick around and stay tuned until after the intro. Gordon, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, thanks, Mert. Good
Thanks
to see
ever so much for coming down today
and
bringing your beautiful, beautiful bike.
Well, I'm glad you appreciate it.
No, I do. I saw this bike a couple of weeks ago at a bike night. I want to speak to the person who owns this bike. And then we did the Retro Riders run the other week, and sure enough, he turns up. And I was talking to Chris, and Chris went, "You're going to make a special on that, aren't you?" And here we are.
Yeah.
Back at the farmhouse. So it's an RG500 Gamma.
Yes.
How long have you had it?
I bought the bike in 2001.
Okay. And was it standard?
Yes.
Right.
The bike was completely standard. Basically a 10,000 mile original bike.
Right.
And back then they were fairly cheap.
Right.
So I bought it there and then with the guy made me promise that I wouldn't modify the bike at all, which I haven't.
Which you haven't?
No, not
much.
Not much, no.
No. So clearly you have. What I was going to ask you, one of my questions on my phone is that still, if I was to make that bike into a silhouette, is that still the same silhouette as a factory 500? Does that make sense?
Yes, it's very similar of the race bike of the.
Right, but not of the actual production bike.
No.
No. Right. Okay.
It's as far away from a production bike as it could be.
Right. Yeah, because I just wondered if the fairing, because the front end of it looks very different. I thought it was more boxy.
It used to be, yeah, and a fairly upright screen.
Yeah.
The bodywork itself come from a company called Magical Racing in Japan.
So, is that specifically for?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Go on.
So I saw the bodywork and I thought I've got to have some.
I want some of that.
It cost a lot of money. But
can you tell us how much it costs, or is there someone listening that might, you might incriminate yourself? With
the shipping and the import duty, basically the seat unit, the fairing, the air scoop, come in at 5,650 quid.
Right.
I should have got the fuel tank with it, but I couldn't afford the fuel tank because that was a further £1,700.
Oh, wow. So say that again. So that's seat unit, top fairing, belly pan, belly fairing, mudguard.
No, not the mudguard.
Not the mudguard.
All the air tubes.
Right.
The air scoop.
Yeah.
That was that.
Right. So that's no mudguard. So you had to buy the mudguard separately?
Yep.
Right.
And the rear hugger.
And the rear hugger. Wow. And that was all extra on top?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Right. So it is all carbon fibre?
Yes, all pure carbon fibre.
The wheels, they're not standard either, are they?
No. I bought those in 2014 actually.
Right.
Because I bought a set for my race bike that I had at the time.
Okay.
And just out of curiosity, I asked the company, I said, how much for a set of RS250 wheels, because this is all based on an RS250.
Oh.
Aprilia, it's got the RS250 swing arm. I know the forks are RGV250, but I made all the spacers up to suit the wheels that somebody gave me.
Wow.
So
So how much of the bike have you changed then? So I thought cosmetically you changed the fairing and the seat unit. Have you changed the forks as well?
Oh yeah, these come off of a RGV 250.
Yeah.
But they've been completely new cartridges put in it up at Maxton's.
Right.
And the same with the rear shock. Yeah, everything's been
So that's
been
not
dabbled
standard
with.
Suzuki. So you've got a Maxton.
Yes, Maxton rear shock.
Yeah.
Maxton internals in Suzuki forks.
Right.
But like I say, with the RS250 swing arm, which was given to me by an ex-race friend of mine.
Of course.
He just offered me this
Have one of them.
half a van load of parts, which included loads of bodywork and stuff. But anyway, I took it, not with a view to using it then, but
Right.
within a few months, it set ideas in motion. I wanted to do something completely different, and the idea I had in my head was, I don't know whether you've seen it, but in the off season when GP bikes are doing testing,
Yep.
their test bikes are basically plain, all bar maybe a few numbers and stickers on
Very,
it.
very minimal.
Very
So
minimal.
it's like plain carbon fibre, and it
Yes.
might have a few sponsors' names
Yep.
in white or grey or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the inspiration.
Yeah, that was my idea for it. Which originally, I wanted a Spondon frame,
Oh.
but I never managed to get a Spondon frame because by the time I'd saved up enough money for it, Spondon had ceased trading.
Oh wow.
So
Wow.
that's when I set about stiffening up this frame,
Right. Oh wow.
and with a view to making it look like an early-ish Spondon frame.
Right.
But the whole idea was to make it stronger and less flexible.
Right.
So after finding out a lot of information on where the frames flex
Right.
and the weak points, I just set about making loads of strengtheners, gusseting, and obviously the extra bottom down tube, which I machined myself, had that welded on,
Okay.
and it makes it a bigger beam frame,
Wow.
and it's made a whole lot of difference.
So you've changed the geometry. That word I can't say.
Now the actual, well,
Geom-
the geometry is a little bit steeper than standard, so as it turns in
Right. A little bit nosy.
a bit quicker.
Right.
But that's all adjustable from the ride height adjuster on the back,
Okay.
and obviously you can drop the forks through the yokes.
Of course.
But I've got it set up at a fairly moderate angle,
Brilliant.
which
Got
was
it set up for you though, which is
Yes.
brilliant.
I spent the whole day at Maxton Engineering, who do the suspension, and they measured everything, weights, this, that, and the other, and that's the solution they come up with, and they
Wow.
set it all up for me.
See, I was telling you this last week when I lived in London, and I still am a mad MotoGP fan. I thought, money no object. I would get myself a Honda of some sort, and I would take all of the lights off it, all of the mirrors off it. I would conceal the lights somehow, but in my little brain, and I would build one of them. Basically, you've built my dream. But this doesn't have any lights
No,
apart from a brake light.
a rear brake light, and that's all.
And for those of you who don't know, because some people don't, even some police officers, it has a daytime MOT. How do you go about?
Well, basically, within the law of the MOTs, as long as you're not out during darkness, basically. I mean, this time of year, you can be out till sort of 9:30.
Yep.
9:30 at night. As long as you get back by then,
Yep.
you're okay.
Yeah.
But normally I'm home before that anyway. But yeah, there's no real limitation as long as you're not in the dark.
Yeah.
When I bought the bike in 2001, it was bog standard. I kept it that way for a couple of years, and then
Because you were keeping a promise.
yes, I did keep the promise for 2 years.
Yeah.
So I whipped the engine out and I took the barrels, the heads, down to Stan Stevens in Kent.
The legend.
Yep.
I had a bike tuned by Stan Stevens many years ago. Anyway.
He done a stage 3 tune, tidied up a few other odds and ends within the barrels and the heads, and got it back, put it back together, rode it for, I don't know, a year or two.
Right.
Yeah, it was probably about 2 years. And then I was still running the standard pipes at that stage. I bought a set of Swarbrick pipes, and obviously had to rejet the carbs to suit the pipes.
Yep. And
it stayed like that for another couple of years, until I had this mad idea of, and it was also painted in sheen replica colours.
Oh wow.
DAF Racing or DAF Trucks.
Right. Oh, right. Not the Mars bar, the kind of the right.
No,
yep,
it was in the DAF Trucks colour.
Right.
So I had it like that for a few years, and then I sort of got bored of it. I don't know why. I think there was a few other replicas exactly the same appearing, so I thought, right, let's move away from that.
Yeah.
And that's when I started getting the idea for this.
Brilliant.
So after, it must have been 2008, I bought a Nova gearbox, Nova racing gearbox, and dry clutch assembly.
Right.
Big, expensive, but I thought, well, I'm only going to get the one chance to buy it.
Yep.
So I bought it, put that on. Gearbox is ultra smooth and a lot better than the originals, but used to explode.
Right.
They had a weak point on 2nd and 6th gear, and my gearbox has started to jump out of 2nd gear, which gave me the impetus to get the Nova box, because I didn't want the engine exploding.
Let's upgrade.
Yeah, and it's a brilliant upgrade, yeah. And from there, I rode it for a while again, and then I got still with this idea in the back of my mind, and then I inquired about a Spondon frame in 2010. By the time I'd saved up the deposit in, I don't know, early, mid 2011, phoned up again. They said, we can't take your order because the company's been bought. So I thought, right, what can I do? And that's when I started on the frame modifications. And a lot happened very quickly, because I had these ideas of how I wanted it to look, where I wanted it strengthened up. So with the help of a good friend of mine who lived literally 5 minutes away, he was a very good aluminium welder.
Yep.
I was cutting all these brackets, gusseting the extra tubing, and Roger, he sorted it all out, no problem.
Wow.
So within 3 or 4 months, I had the chassis back. It took me a while to get the swing arm to fit, but I wanted to use it because it kept the same wheelbase.
Right.
But I had to open out the top of the swing arm because I wanted to keep the original Suzuki rising rate linkage suspension.
Right.
So a lot.
I'm going to pretend like I know what he meant then.
It's a
But
lot.
some people will know exactly what you meant,
Yeah.
so that's all right.
It's a lot less hassle than doing it a direct mount to the to brackets on the bottom of the swing arm.
Right.
So that was the main idea, but it meant a lot of engineering on the swing arm to get the shock through, and the adjustable linkage as well.
Do you like problem solving?
Yes. Yeah.
I gathered.
Yeah. If something's, there's always a way to get something done.
Yeah.
It might stall you for a while, but there's
Yeah.
always a way to get it done.
Do you wake up in the middle of the night and go, I've got it?
Not quite, no, because I
do.
used to finish off the night with a few beers, which used to send me asleep. So, yeah. So within a few months, I had the basic frame all welded up where I wanted it. So I had a basic rolling chassis with the forks in it, and obviously the rear swing arm with the Aprilia wheels. So I thought, right, and I was planning ahead all the time on other bits and pieces. So I thought, right, I'm going to get the. I took the bike down to Mark Dent aka Performance Fabrications,
Right.
in Sunbury-on-Thames, who's an absolute RG guru. He's a wizard.
Yeah.
What he can't do with Gammas is not worth worrying about. So he built the pipes for it. He also wired up. He made a wiring loom for it because I was running it on a daytime MOT.
Yep.
And he'd also fitted the programmable ignition. It's got a programmable and power valve control unit,
Right.
all fully adjustable.
I didn't know they had a power valve.
Pardon?
I didn't know they had a
Yes.
power valve. They do.
Yeah,
Wow.
they have a power valve. Yeah.
Okay.
Not like they don't rotate like the Yamahas do, like the RD350s.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got a power valve, adjustable power valve control unit.
Right.
So he made the loom, the pipes, and well, yeah, he done quite a few other bits and pieces. And then I got the bike back from Mark. Then literally within a couple of weeks, I went from home up to Cheshire, up to Maxton Engineering,
Yeah.
for them to sort out the suspension.
Yeah.
And before I knew it, the bike was not there, but it was getting there.
Yeah.
So it was a question of fitting the bodywork, which obviously fitted the bike perfectly because it's made for it. But then there was a problem with, because I didn't have the fuel tank and I couldn't find one. So the original Gamma tank was too big. So I hunted around breakers for weeks trying to find a suitable tank.
So what is the fuel tank?
And all the time that was hanging up on my shed. That come
Brilliant.
off of a TZR250 2MA.
Oh wow.
And I literally just offered it up and I thought, well, that's not a bad fit. But I did have to chop it around. I cut 2 inches down to nothing from the back, so I lost all the back mount, which
Yeah.
that was all refabricated again.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, once the tank was fitted, it was other things like getting the fuel tap. It's now got a central tap which sits right underneath the seat unit.
Right.
So I had to make a spigot up for the new fuel tap, because I used to do engineering before I got into plastering.
Is the fuel tank wrapped?
It's not a conventional wrap. It's actually wet laid up carbon fibre.
Right.
It's laid up as you would do within the mould, and then it's lacquered.
So that is actually covered in carbon fibre?
Yes, yeah.
Right, wow.
And it was done by a guy called John Coronaldi up in the Wirral.
Right.
And I got to hear about him through a friend of mine. He said, give him a call. So I phoned him up, explained what I'd done. He said, yep, send me the tank and I'll do it for you.
Brilliant.
Which he did. Come back, lovely. Yeah.
Right.
The cost didn't really come into it, although it was expensive. But
Yeah.
if you're on this journey,
Totally.
you got to keep on going with it.
Yeah. People who do up bikes, and I'm at the start of a journey at the moment with a motorbike, but people who do things to motorbikes, you can't think about the cost. It's the end result.
Yeah, that's all I was thinking about, is
Yeah.
that end goal. So yeah, so I basically had a complete bike, which run.
As I'm sitting here looking at it, because I've frequented a racing paddock, I keep on looking at it and I keep on looking for lock wire because it looks so like a race bike, but clearly it's not.
I have de-lock wired it now.
Have you really?
Yes.
Oh, there was lock wire on it.
Yeah,
Right.
so I did start doing track days on it, and then I thought I didn't really want to chuck it down the road, so
No.
through a friend, he put me onto a guy called Dennis Trollope, who's also known as Mr. Yamaha.
Yep.
He said, phone Dennis up. He said, I think he's got a bike that you would love if you want to do racing. So I phoned him up and he said, right, get yourself down to the first meeting at Brands Hatch. And he said, I'll meet you and I'll take you to the bike.
Wow.
And I bought the race bike, which was a 1999 Spondon TZ250.
Wow.
So I got my Spondon frame in the end,
Yeah.
but on a 250. The bike was just amazing.
Yeah.
So
So you de-lock wired this one?
yeah, everything was done. All the
And what I do like is your attention to detail, and there is a lot of detail in this bike, is all of the Zeus fasteners are all facing the same direction. I
yeah,
like
it's a
that.
bit. I don't know whether that's the wind because I've been going so fast. That they all face that way or not. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do
So
like things to look
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. The exhausts, they're obviously not standard?
No.
No.
No, Mark Dent made these, like I say, Performance Fabrications. He made them and the end cans. Done a fantastic job, as he always does.
Yeah.
His work is second to none.
They're gorgeous, aren't they? It sounds, I mean, you said to me earlier, it's really loud. It's not offensively loud. It's loud,
yeah,
but it's not offensively loud. And for people like myself who like two strokes, it's got the sound.
Oh,
it's got
definitely,
that sound,
yeah.
Isn't it?
It's got a particular crackle about it.
It does, doesn't it? The bike was 95 horsepower out of the box back in the day.
Well, that was a claimed, I think some of the press bikes were slightly enhanced, shall we say. I think that's a polite way of saying it. Some claimed 75, some claimed 80, but in truth they were probably closer to 70 maybe.
Okay.
Maybe early 70s. So yeah, that was plenty good enough for the first few years.
Yeah.
But I just wanted a little bit more sort of mid-range grunt out of it.
Yeah.
And then further down the line, after I got the pipes, the programmable ignition and power valve control, and also got I bored the carbs out from 28mm to 31.5.
Right.
Which gives it a bit more fuel.
So that's the out part of the car. I didn't. So you said this the other day, and I didn't know you could do that.
Well, basically, the Venturi through the middle of the carb.
Yeah.
I bored it out to 31.5mm.
Wow.
But I will admit, in front of the camera, the first set of carbs, I made a mistake because I bored them centrally rather than offset boring them.
Oh right.
Yeah. So I should have ended up not touching the bottom Venturi at all.
Right.
So, but I just bored them out. I didn't know at the time. So my ignorance and
nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Yeah. So it's got the board carbs. It's got carbon fibre rotary valves.
Oh wow.
Honestly, I've done so many bits. It was a job to remember. I was trying
the
to go.
The problem is we're going to switch the camera off in a minute, and he's going to go. And I did.
Yeah, I just cannot remember. There's loads of little bits that I did.
Brake standard.
The brakes. The rear. I bought that new anyway. It was a little tiny AP caliper. I made the hanger for it myself.
Okay.
Because I say with the engineering background, I used to working on the mill and the lathe and the grinder, so
right.
I made the bracket. The front calipers, they only cost me 60 quid, and these are basically 6-pot calipers which you'd find on a Kawasaki ZX900, and Suzuki used them on, I think there's the TL1000 and other similar bikes. They were nothing special.
Yep.
They used to seize up a lot if you use them in the wet.
Yep.
But they were cheap and they done at the time.
Right.
So, but these bite really hard, and because of the less weight now.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole bike weighs in about 137 kilograms.
That's not a lot.
No.
What is it? What should it be?
I think standard. They were in the one.
I'll Google it and we'll put it on the screen.
I think they were in the 150s, even down to like the kickstart. I couldn't use the original kickstart.
Oh really?
Because the original one actually turned in and it went underneath the top rail. And obviously because I've got a double tube there. It was miles too long, and it stuck out at a funny angle.
Right.
So that came off of a KX500 motocrosser.
Wow.
So I turned down the Suzuki spigot to fit the kickstart, and it all worked perfect.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just little things like that.
It's a beautiful thing, and recognised by Performance Bike magazine.
Yeah. And that was back in 2005.
Yeah.
Which I was ultra impressed about that.
Yeah.
Somebody paying attention to it. So
we talked about the frame, we talked about the engine, we talked about the exhausts, the front end, the back end, the wheels. I think we have covered it.
Yeah.
What I said to you earlier, we thought that the original was about 90 odd.
Yeah.
So do you know what it is now?
It was dynoed by...
you have dynoed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mark Dent dynoed it after he fitted the ignition, and it was 112.
Oh, that's enough.
He could have got a lot more, but he said, look, he says, you want a reliable motor. He said, you don't want to be rebuilding it every few months. His own one, I think he...
So you're not tracking it?
No.
Yeah, so.
His own Gamma, somebody will quote me if I'm wrong, but I think he extracted 140-ish,
Wow.
140-ish brake out of it.
Wow.
Which is a lot, but he said this is going to be needing rebuilds.
Yeah.
Whereas that, he said, you can run that every day of the week.
Yeah.
And still do your normal rebuilds on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really happy with the way everything turned out, and so far it's been no problem.
The airbox, is the airbox standard?
No, well actually
I'm looking through it and kind of going, I can actually look through it, and if I can look through it, the chances are there isn't an airbox in there.
The way with the magical racing fairing and the air scoop, how it was meant to have worked. The headstock there's a big cavity, which used to be the airbox. Now those tubes are meant to feed into the airbox, and then you get the down tubes off of it to go straight to the carbs.
Yeah. Oh right.
But because I needed somewhere for the oil tank and the battery,
right.
So
of course.
I made the area in the headstock a sealed unit. So it contains the battery and the two-stroke oil as well.
Oh wow!
So I've got two takeoffs from it going into a two-piece to the oil pump. So that cured the whole problem. But then I had pod filters for a while on it. But the trouble is you're getting all the hot air off of the engine.
Right.
So over one weekend I thought, right, I'm going to make some airboxes. I should have done in carbon fibre, which I may still do at some stage, but I made a template up which basically covers both of the carbs, and it comes up to meet this tube here.
Right.
And it's not it isn't a pressurised airbox. It's a fairly passive, because I cut outlets on it, so I didn't want it pressurised, because then you get into different areas of jetting and so. But all it's getting now is fresh air all the time. It doesn't get hot air from the motor. It was a bit of a pain to make the airboxes, but a bit of perseverance.
Yep.
And I will at some stage actually make them out of carbon fibre.
I think you should. We said it now.
I said it.
You've said it.
Oh well, yeah.
It'd be rude not to.
Yeah, I've got to. That was but it was a case of seeing if they worked, which they did.
Yeah.
And now they do work, and I've actually got those boxes as a pattern, which I will use to do. So yeah, all in all, it's a little bit's needed tweaking to get it right, but I think we're there, Mert.
I think we are.
Yeah, and I've been out a lot on it recently, and it never fails to.
I have to. It does draw even a crowd, and it's a bit of a head turner, because it does look like a race bike on the road.
Yeah.
Hence me looking for lock wiring.
Yeah.
Listen, Gordon, I think we're done.
Yeah.
Thanks ever so much
It's been a pleasure, Mert.
Yeah, cheers, buddy. Thank you ever so much.
Yeah.
If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up. If you haven't enjoyed this video for any particular reason whatsoever, please feel free to leave a thumbs down. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ding dong the notification bell if you'd be so kind. And then hopefully, all being well, we shall see you in another one. Until next time, people, take care of yourself. Bye bye.